Day 13, the final leg of the journey. We were leaving Bansko in Bulgaria and heading to sunny beach, or Burgas in Bulgaria, right on the edge of the Black Sea. Now, there was no hanging around on Friday. We decided just get up, get the breakfast, onto the bikes, hit the motorway and straight to sunny beach. Now, the journey was 433 kilometres and it was giving us a journey time of 7 hours. But I think we made Sunny Beach by lunchtime or shortly after lunchtime. I think it was around 2 o'clock. Now, the only stop we made was to actually get petrol, but apart from that, it was head down on the motorway and flat out all the way to Sunny Beach. Actually, when we pulled in to fill petrol, we came across this guy. If you have a look at what he's doing there, he's wrapping a kettle lead or electric lead around the pull start on it to get it going. So that lad was making the best of everything he had. Actually, he was a nice guy. He had the wife on the back there in the trailer with a canopy, an umbrella canopy over her. It actually looks like a rotavator or something that he stuck a set of wheels on and put a seat on the back of it, and he seems happy as Larry driving along in it. So it was actually good to see. Myself and Gary stood there videoing him. It's strange, if you were back in Ireland 30 or 40 years ago, you'd probably be going around on something like that yourself, but now we're the tourists standing there with the video cameras in our hands videoing people like this. But look, they seemed happy as Larry, and it was actually great to see. So anyway, after we filled up with the petrol and watched your man taking off, we were back up on the bikes and heading on to Burgas again. So with just a few miles left to go, we pulled into the side of the road, took off our jackets and stuck on the t-shirts we had printed up for the journey, because we wanted to finish up with the t-shirts on and get a few photos when we finally arrived in Sunny Beach, where Gary's wife and kids were waiting for us to arrive. Looking back at it now with the benefit of hindsight, it was actually a really great journey and totally enjoyed every minute of it. We had started 13 days beforehand in Ireland, and we had made our way across more or less 13 countries. Starting off in France, and from France we went to Belgium, and from Belgium to Germany to Luxembourg, Luxembourg back into Germany again, from there down into Austria, from Austria into Slovenia on to Croatia, from Croatia to Bosnia-Herzegovina, from there to Montenegro, and from Montenegro we crossed into Albania, and from Albania to Kosovo into North Macedonia, and finally into Bulgaria itself. So we had covered some ground in a short amount of time, I suppose, really, but it was an epic journey looking back on it. Now, when we did finally reach the end of the journey and we got off the bikes, we were fairly happy now, to tell you the truth. It had been a long couple of weeks. We'd covered over 2,500 miles, or 4,300 kilometres, something in that region. And you do get fairly sore and fairly tired after being on the bikes all day, every day. Look, would I change anything? No, I don't think so. It was a fantastic journey. You learn a bit as you go along. Maybe we wouldn't do as long a days or cover as many miles. Maybe break up the journey by staying in the same place for 2 nights or something like that. But all in all, look, we never would have seen as much if we didn't travel as far as we did. Like, with time constraints, if you've only got 2 weeks or 3 weeks to complete a journey and you want to see all these places, you've got to get your head down and make up the miles. But look, to be honest with you, everything went really well for us. We had no breakdowns, we hadn't even got a puncture, we didn't run out of petrol anywhere. We made our hotels every night on time, apart from the odd hiccup here and there where we took wrong turns and stuff like that. Nothing really went wrong on us. And look, to be honest, Gary was 100% an ideal lad to be doing a journey like that with. It was just took everything in his stride. He was, a lot of the places we visited were places I wanted to see. Gary's main thing was the Nürburgring and B500, and he rolled in on everything after that, and I think he quite enjoyed it as well. I think, to be honest with you, a smaller group is probably nicer on a long journey like that, you know. Maybe another lad now, 3 lads, just for a bit of banter or something like that. But all in all, it was really good, and we got on really well and had a good bit of crack. And look, we've great memories to look back on as well. So all that was left to do was park the bikes up and for Gary to be reunited with his family, and my wife was flying in later that night, and we were going to stay for another week in Bulgaria in the hotel across the road from Gary's place. So that's the way the trip finished up for us. Mark and David flew in the following night, picked up the bikes, and they made their own way across Europe. They took a totally different route than us, and when we all got back to Ireland, we met up and had a chat about it, and everyone really enjoyed their trip. So look, if you're ever thinking of doing something like this, just go and do it. It's well worth doing. So that's it for the trip and day 13, and if we go on we've another trip planned for Morocco now in April, so maybe I'll stick a video together about that as well, and I might see you in a future video. But if you followed all the videos all along, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Oh, and just before I finish up, if you could subscribe to the channel. If I can get up to 1,000 subscribers, it just opens up a few more features for me on YouTube, and it just helps the channel a bit. Normally I wouldn't bother asking people, but look, if you enjoyed the videos, just subscribe to the channel and I'd appreciate it. So thanks very much again, and see you in the next one.